I'm not teaching, I'm publicly learning. But hi and welcome to Learning from Life in UK test part 636 while doing standing yoga, a bit standing yoga. And if you participate in the standing yoga, that is at your own risk. And in this video we have more serious subjects. We have fundamental human rights and then also discrimination and domestic violence and stuff like that. Fundamental principles. Britain has a long history of respecting an individual's rights and ensuring essential freedoms. These rights have their root in the Magna Carta, the Habeas Corpus Act and the Bill of Rights of 1689. And they have developed over a period of time. British diplomats and lawyers had an important role in drafting the European Convention on Human Rights and Fundamental Freedoms. The UK was one of the first countries to sign the convention in 1950. Just a little thing at the side. The Habeas Corpus Act. We didn't really understood the explanation. We understood the explanation, but we don't really understand what is meant there. The Habeas Corpus Act that everyone has the right for a fair trial and for a court hearing, and that no one can be, without a court hearing, held prisoner. But we don't really understand it. No, the idea that we just had is everyone knows that these things like Habeas Corpus Act are very hard to understand. And in this book, a few hundred things are explained. But one of the most difficult things to understand in this book is the Habeas Corpus Act. We had hundreds of explanations. Why not spend a second explanation on the thing where we all know most people won't understand the explanation? Why not just say we know that this subject is very hard to explain, and we have 50 other ones which we explain, everyone understands them directly, and most of them we already know anyway. But here we have something which most people don't understand. They can read it 10 times. How about we just explain it a second time a bit differently? Or even a third time. It is important, no one understands it. It won't really harm the book to have one page more, or the chapter to be 3 lines longer. So the idea is basically, if there's a very hard subject to understand, just explain it a second time, with all of it. Should be hard for someone who knows how it works. The UK was one of the first countries to sign the convention in 1950. Some of the principles included in the European Convention on Human Rights are the right to live, prohibition of torture, prohibition of slavery and forced labor, right to liberty and security, right to a fair trial, freedom of thought, conscience and religion, freedom of expression, freedom of speech. The Human Rights Act 1998 incorporated the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law. The government, public bodies and the courts must follow the principles of the Convention. I don't think we can do a video to that for the United Kingdom. So we're always going through the whole book and looking for a subject about which we can make a presentation. I don't think we can do a presentation about that. We could mention Magna Carta, Habeas Corpus Act and Bill of Rights, but I don't think that would be our choice to talk about the development of human rights in the United Kingdom. We could do something about what the European Convention lists as human rights, but then we want to be a bit more at the original source. Equal opportunities. UK laws ensure that people are not treated unfairly in any area of life or work because of their age, disability, sex, pregnancy and maternity, race, religion or belief, sexuality or martial status. If you face problems with discrimination, you can get more information from Citizen Advice or from one of the following organizations. By the way, because they know, saying it for all regions, England and Wales, equalityhumanrights.com, Scotland, equalityhumanrights.com/n/commission-Scotland, or scottishhumanrights.com, or Northern Ireland, equalityni.org or nihrc.com. In the whole book, they never said what the telephone number, what the emergency telephone number is. They gave us a lot of web addresses, which are very hard to type in, and you can just search for it and you will probably find it. But they never told in the whole book what the emergency telephone number is. Because I really would like to tell you it now. But we have not written it. Now, next subject. Again, a very serious subject. Domestic violence. In the UK, brutality and violence in the home is a serious crime. Anyone who is violent towards their partner, whether they are a man or a woman, married or living together, can be prosecuted. Any man who forces a woman to have sex, including a woman's husband, can be charged with rape. It is important for anyone facing domestic violence to get help as soon as possible. A solicitor or citizen's advice can explain the available options. In some areas there are safe places to go and stay in, called refuge or shelters. The 24-hour National Domestic Violence Free Phone Helpline is available on 0808 2000 247 at any time, and its voicemail service allows callers to leave a message to be called back. You can find out more by visiting its website, nationaldahelpline.org.uk. It's not really the time to say it, but maybe it is. Is it really the place to have a complex web address with National DA Helpline? Domestic abuse must it be. But National DA Helpline altogether, nationaldahelpline.org.uk, National DA Helpline once through. Also really not a shorter web address. Alternatively, you can try the Women's Aid website, womensaid.org.uk. In an emergency, you should always call the police, who can also help you to find a safe place to stay. Now, that would be an opportunity to write the number of the police here. It has probably just 3 digits. Best place, and haven't written it. And the next very serious subject, and also, maybe I cannot say all words. Now the next is FGM, female genital mutilation, also known as cutting or female circumcision, is illegal in the UK. Practicing FGM or taking a girl or woman abroad for FGM is a criminal offence. Forced marriage. A marriage should be entered into the full and free consent of both people involved. Arranged marriages, where both parties agree to the marriage, are acceptable, but the people have to freely decide. No one can be forced. Everyone has to freely say that they want to. Full and free consent of both. Forced marriage is where one or both parties do not or cannot give their full consent to enter into a real partnership. Forcing another person to marry is a criminal offence. Forced marriage protection orders were introduced in 2008 in England, Wales and Northern Ireland under the Forced Marriage Act 2007, and court orders can be obtained to protect a person from being forced into a marriage or to protect a person in a forced marriage. Similar protection orders were introduced in Scotland and in November 2011. A potential victim or someone acting for them can apply for an order. Anyone found to have breached an order can be jailed for up to 2 years for contempt of court. Taxation. Let's read it, we're going to read it again. Income tax. People in the UK have to pay tax on their income, which includes wages from paid employment, profits from self-employment, taxable benefits, pensions, income from property, savings and dividends. Money raised from income tax pays for government services such as roads, education, police and the armed forces. For most people, the right amount of income tax is automatically taken from the income from employment by the employer and paid directly to the HM Revenue and Custom, HMRC, the government department that collects taxes. This system is called pay as you earn. If you are self-employed, you need to pay your own tax through a system called a self-assessment, which includes completing a tax return. Other people may also need to complete a tax return. If HMRC sends you a tax return, it is important to complete and return the form as soon as you have all the necessary information. You can find out more at income-tax. You can get help and advice about tax and completing tax forms by 0300 200 3310 or by visiting www.gov.w/government/organization/hm-revenue-customs. Okay, we're going to do another standing yoga. If you're here for taxation, again, national insurance, and when driving, you can go directly to the next video. We will do another standing yoga. If you participate in the standing yoga, let's sit here on this. We're having the feet standing together and we're doing the eagle's raise. We're breathing in and lifting the arms up. And breathe out, let the arms again down. And breathe in and lift the arms again. And breathe out, the arms again down. Again, in the arms down. And out the arms down. And breathe in, lift the arms down. And out the arms down. Now breathe in, lift the arms up. And breathe out, open the arms to the side. Breathe in, lift the arms up. And breathe out, bring the arms back and open the chest to the sky. And in, lift the arms up. And breathe out, open the arms to the side. Breathe in, lift the arms up. And breathe out, lower the arms and open the chest to the sky. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Make an inch space between the feet. And breathe out, open the arms against to the side. Again, in with the arms up. And out, sinking down, arms over the sides down into the chair. Breathe in, come halfway up. Come higher up. And out. And the arms up. Breathe in. And out, open the arms to the side. Breathe in, arms up. And out again, down into the chair. Breathe in, come halfway up. Higher up. And out we come again. Breathe again in. And out again, the arms back and out the chest to the sky. Breathe in the arms up. Over cross the arms, reach high. Intertwine the fingers. And breathe out. Stretch in front and hollow the back. And in the arms up. Out, arms down, open chest to the sky. Again in, arms up. Over cross the arms and intertwine the fingers. Breathe in, reach high. And out, reach in front and hollow the back. Again in and up. And now out the arms coming over the sides down. We're going down into closing the feet again. Now we're doing the marmot. Breathe in and bend the right leg. And breathe out and stretch just the left leg. Breathe in and change. And out and stretch the right leg. Breathe in and change. And out and stretch the left leg. Breathe in and change. And out and stretch the right leg. Breathe in, both legs straight. And out, just stretch both down. Now we're doing the penguin. Breathe in and open the right arm up to the sky. And breathe out, bend the left knee and look over the right shoulder up to the right hand. Breathe in, bring the arm again in. And out and down. Breathe in and lift the left arm up to the sky. And breathe out. Look up over the left shoulder, bend the right knee and look to the left hand. Breathe in and bring the arm in down. And out and both down. We're doing the pelican. Make a hand of space between the feet. Shift the weight to the heels. And breathe in and come down. And out and in and down. And out and down. Again, in and down. And out and down. And we're doing the trebuchet's counterweight. Take hold on the elbows and gentle swing from side to side. Both arms again down, close the feet. Breathe in, come halfway up with a straight back into monkey half lift. And breathe out again down. Breathe in again up. And out and down. Now breathe in, we're doing the up diving swan. Bring the arms up. And out the arms over the sides down. We're doing the REG in the wind. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Close the hands and breathe out, leaning in back. Breathe in into the middle. And out the crab in the morning. Out the chest again to the sky. Breathe in, lift the arms again up. Breathe out, lift the arms again down. Again in eagle swings. Breathe in, lift the arms up. Breathe out the arms again down. And then last time in the arms up. Bring the hands to touch and lower the arms down to heart center. That was for standing yoga. I thank you very much and until next time.